Okay, Monday, January 15th, it is 8:53 a.m. I am in Connecticut. Here's the thing, after leaving the casinos yesterday and checking Bravo, I realized none of the rooms around here, Mohegan, Foxwoods, or north an hour in Springfield, Massachusetts, none of these 3 rooms are 24 hours, so I couldn't go try to play the end of an all-nighter. So all the 2 Connecticut rooms start at 9. It says there's a game going at Foxwoods right now, even though it's earlier than 9. I'm just going to go to Mohegan. It's slightly closer, and just hope to get on the first table that they open. And an executive decision I made overnight, because here's the thing, once I realized those rooms, there was no chance at playing like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I don't want to get there too late in Atlantic City, my last stop, and have the place be dark. If I play an hour in each place, now that I need to start at like 9 a.m., I don't even know when I'm going to get a seat. It's going to be like 5 a.m. when I get to AC, I think, and Harrah's will probably be dark, and Borgata could be. So that would mean like I can't possibly play all 7. So I'm gonna go for a half hour of play in each room, because everything else the same, the driving, the weights, everything else the same. A half hour instead of an hour saves me 3 hours by the time I leave Baltimore, which is supposed to be my 6th stop of 7 of the day. So I'm gonna go for a half hour of play. Still gonna be cool. I wish it could be an hour, but the rooms aren't 24/7, and that's kind of messing me up a little. So first stop, Mohegan Sun, play my half hour, drive an hour north to MGM Springfield. All right, played my half hour. I'm playing anything that's open. I'll play like literally any game. I just played a 3-6 limit. It was the only thing that had an open seat. Now, about an hour, 10 minutes away is MGM Springfield. Gonna drive north, and yeah, half hour each spot, whatever game is open. And first one was pretty smooth. Second one, we'll see. Shouldn't be that bad. I think after Springfield, there won't be any. So after Springfield, I think I won't have problems getting a seat because a bunch of games will be going, but this is an easy drive. The next 2 drives after this are pretty long. All right, 11:08, the drive was not bad at all. Gonna go in, play my half hour. A couple things to note. One, started playing at 9:21 in Connecticut, so played from 9:21 to 9:51. I played 3-6 limit because it had an open seat. I lost $16, so I have until 9:21 a.m. tomorrow. That's the 24-hour period. Everything is in the Eastern time zone, so I have until 9:21, and Atlantic City will be my last stop. And anything else to tell you? Oh, I would like to tell you that there was a tournament starting in the poker room at 10. I finished playing at 9:51. The line at the cage was very long, so I brought my chips, 84 $1 chips and the rest in $5 chips, to the main cage. Sometimes main cage cashiers hate that because they're used to people coloring up from the table games and like only coming with like green and black chips, and they really don't like it. Someone in Bellagio got really mad at me and told me to only cash in a lot of red chips in the poker room, which is insane. She should be fired for doing that, but this cashier in Mohegan Sun didn't complain, didn't look mad at the least, just counted the chips and gave me the cash. So hats off to her. Now I'm gonna go in and try not to get hit by a car walking backwards and play MGM Springfield. All right, it is 11:54 according to the clock in the elevator, and waiting is the enemy. It is the absolute worst thing to do on a trek like today. So the only thing that had a seat open was 510. Played 510 for a half an hour, lost $15. There was quite a bit of action at that table, at that like morning weekday table of 510, more than I expected, and some quite average hands losing some large pots. No winning pots went my way, but off to the Resorts World in the Catskills now. New York is my next stop. It's going to be like a 3-hour drive almost, so I'll see you when I get there. All right, it's about 2:40, just filmed over by the sign over my shoulder there. Now I'm heading in. A couple things about, I'm in New York, Catskills, Resorts World, if I didn't say that. A couple things about Springfield. So I heard after Corona, MGM Springfield, no, it was the Wynn. It was Wynn outside Boston. In Everett, Massachusetts, went to a massive rake, $10 max in the low stakes, no limit games. There's a large group of people over there. I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, I don't know what the rake was in MGM Springfield at 1.2 or 2.5, but we were paying timed rake at 510. If you're curious, it was $7 per player per half hour. and we did, you know, dealer changed first pot above $250. The winner paid the rake, the $63. We had a full table there, so just giving you some rake information, and we'll see what this line is to get in. Do I have to wait outdoors in a line to get in? I don't know what's going on over here. Also, it's really cold out. Also, we'll see what game I play. I'm willing to play anything. Mixed games, stud 8, Omaha 8, Kilo, whatever. Let's see. Alright, this large group of people who are mostly Asian. This is a bus stop. It says bus lobby to my right that I'm not showing you, but I guess buses depart from here and go somewhere, so that's what all these people were doing. There were way more people out there earlier, but unfortunate I'm only playing like 30 minutes. These games are amazing. It's like going back in time to play. Even the 5-10 game, I wish I could have played longer, but I gotta get to these places. It took almost 3 hours to get here. It's gonna take 3 hours now to drive to Philadelphia. I mean, it's gonna be dark by the time I get there, and that's only the 4th stop of 7. So I think if I make good time, probably my last 2 stops, the Horseshoe Baltimore and Harrah's Atlantic City, might be like 3 hours each, but I can't really spend all day in these early stops. The game in there was amazing. There was a race to 23, we went 6 ways. There was a race to 16, we went 6 ways. There was a race to 25 with no straddle. That got called, and we saw a flop on that hand. It's 1-3 in there. If you go here, if you play, I don't know how many people would. There's no sign that says poker is on the 2nd floor, but it was. I had to ask somebody. So just to let you know. And yeah. Oh, there was a 5-10 hand. Like, I didn't know there were still 5-10 games with the action I'm about to tell you. There was a 5-10 hand, and a guy limped under the gun. Eventually, there was a race to 60. The guy called, and then the guy just check called his stack away. Like, we don't see things like that in 1-2 in Vegas that much anymore. Like, we used to see that all the time in like 2013 in Potawatomi, but not so much lately, and that's still happening in 5-10 at MGM Springfield in Massachusetts. So would have loved to stay and play these games a little more, but I got to get moving. This is the last big drive to Philadelphia, and I'm wondering if it's enjoyable for you guys to watch this, because it's a lot less enjoyable. It's difficult. There's some enjoyment in the difficulty of doing this all in one day, but it's not that enjoyable. It's like a ton of driving and not that much poker. It's like not that much fun right now. So I'm hoping get to Parks in Philadelphia, get to whatever the place is called in Wilmington, Delaware, and after that play like an actual like session in the Horseshoe Baltimore and Harrah's Atlantic City. And both of those stops have Wawas very close, and I'm probably going to stop in like 90 minutes on the way to Philadelphia and light a cigar. So I'll see everyone halfway between the Catskills, what city am I in? Monticello and Philadelphia. I'll stop somewhere in the middle. All right, change of plans with the timing. Broke out a cigar because I had to get gas. I'm not that far from the Catskills, from Resorts World. A nice, if it'll focus, Oliva, I think it's a G series. That's a decent one. It won't focus, whatever. And yeah, I've only been driving for like 15 minutes. Had to get gas, thought I'd like the cigar, and probably part 1 of the video here, and part 2 will be the rest. I feel like the video's getting long, way too long for all of it in one day. So let me just light the cigar for a second. All right, good to go. In about 2.5 hours, I will be in Philadelphia playing poker at Parks, P-A-R-X.